What is going on, YouTube? So I posted a video last night which was basically to give you guys something to watch during the maintenance. I was expecting a really long maintenance today because of all the content. Bandai said, hell no, we're not about that life. Here's all the content right away. So it would be a bit cheating you if I didn't follow suit. It is my day off, so why not drop it a little bit earlier in the day on top of it. So here we go. We're going to have a bonus video today, and guess what? I've got a bunch of units. I've got them maxed out. Let's go. Alright guys, so as usual you have the details for the giveaway on your screen. It is coming to an end fairly soon. We have maybe another week and a half left, so make sure that you're subscribed. It is for subscribers only. Make sure that you're liking the video and that you're listening for the 2 questions I'll be asking you throughout the video. Drop those answers into the comments below to enter, and make sure that you're going back to previous videos and getting all your answers in to have as many chances to win as possible. That being said, let's get into our video. So today what we are doing, guys, I'm so excited about this. We finally have a truckload of content. Bandai basically said, oh, you thought that was all we're giving you for Christmas? Nah. So they're giving us the increased level cap. They're dropping 4 new units. We've got a step up banner. We've got new item slot. We have just so much stuff for the PvP season reset. Just new items, new everything on all counts. Even the challenge missions got increased as well. So today what we're going to be focusing on, though, is you see I'm at the top there. You've got our purple BROLY sitting at level 2000, and I got Super Saiyan God Goku up to level 2000 as well. Mostly because I wanted to get a weaker unit versus a stronger unit. So Super Saiyan God Goku is actually really weak. If you take a second to pause, like before you level him up, right, get him to 398. Level 1500, and you'll notice that his stats are actually kind of if that was just the end of the banner basically and we got nothing else, no level cap, no nothing, he really would not be that good of a unit, to be completely honest. So I wanted to kind of compare the level 2000 for 98% now, just so that we can kind of get a ballpark of what these units are going to be leveling into. Remember, I said that I'm pretty sure that they're going to be balancing things out. Well, we have a direct comparison between an overpowered unit at level 1500 and an underpowered unit at level 1500. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first thing we're going to do is we are going to go over into our Goku here. And we're going to have a look at what he does. We're going to look at his stats. So this is at 3 stars. I got him up to 3 stars while I was pulling for the units. And essentially, what we're going to be doing is kind of gauging whether or not these stats are good. Because, I mean, on paper, compared to our 1500 stats, these look amazing, right? So you've got 77,000, 74,000, 50,000, 50,000, 830,000 health. Crit is, I guess, okay. Key Restore, average, I guess. Most units have more than this at this point, 2,500 plus. So these are the stats at level 2000, 498%. I mean, this is what it is right now. If we're going to compare these stats, I'm going to go through the rest of the character in a second, but I do want to make a point about the stats here. If we go over to our BROLY and we have a look at what purple BROLY stats look like compared to this unit stats. So this is at 5 stars, keep in mind. So this is 5-star BROLY. Now he's hitting 895,000 health, 77,000 strike, 84,000 blast attack, 53,000 strike defense, and 52,000 blast defense. Is this good? I think that it's kind of balancing out, kind of what I thought, right? So if we were to go back to our banner, now show details. So at level 2000, these are the stats for level 3 stars BROLY here. So 73,000 attack, 80,000 blast attack, 5150. These are kind of in line with the new Goku, right? Goku is slightly weaker, but has slightly higher stats on other things. It's hard to kind of gauge what that will translate to in combat. I mean, the stats are getting kind of high. Is 2000 as relevant as it would have been, for example, when we were level 1500, when we were level 1000 or something like that. You know, we'll have to see as the PvP meta shapes out. So heading back into it now, we're going to go have a look at the Goku. So this is one of the new units that dropped. We've got kind of a letdown of a banner. A lot of people are calling it a trap banner in Discord and the on the forums. I would tend to agree, mostly because these tags here, he's got the God Key tag, the Super Saiyan God, which is not Super Saiyan, so he does not get buffed by the blue Bardock, which is really unfortunate. He's got the Saiyan tag, so he is getting those buffs, which is fine, I guess. He brings a Strike and a Blast card. I mean, you'll see that his Z ability, I'll just skip to it right now just so you can have an idea here. He does give max base health, but only 2 God Key. So it's going to be really hard for now to fit him in until we probably get the Super Saiyan Blues and stuff like that. Probably Champa later on, and you know, just for now he's in one of those bubbles where it's going to be really hard to justify bringing him when he's probably a bunch weaker than Gogeta. With the buffs that Gogeta gets, he certainly is weaker. And I mean, he fits with Super Saiyan Bardock. I mean, you can't really bring this red unit, right? He kind of falls in that Majin Vegeta area right now. If you did want to bring another red unit, you would have to bring the Fury Red Broly to buff the movie team, right? So, I mean, he didn't get a movie tag, very upsetting. So now moving into these abilities, right? So Strike, there's no Strike armor, Blast regular as well. So his Dragon Smash does major impact damage, cancels enemy attribute upgrades on hit. That's fine. I mean, this whole attribute nullification stuff is starting to be pretty standard. His green card, plus 20% to own key recovery for 20 timer counts. Fine. He has pretty poor key recovery, so I guess this balances that out. And 20% to damage inflicted for 20 timer counts. This is a bit more interesting because he does have low stats, so having this at 14 cost is actually really good. I mean, if you don't get any though, you're kind of out of luck. You know, we'll have to see how relevant this ends up being because he's not getting buffs from any other units, right? You gotta remember that, whereas everyone else is or has better stats, so a little bit hard to justify this. Limit Breaker Kamehameha looks amazing. Deals major impact damage, plus 5 to enemy substitution count for 15 timer counts on hit. Yeah, it's fine. But if you're playing properly, substitution counts aren't really that big of a deal anyways. Usually you're well into having that completed. And I mean, it only happens once and it's for 15 timer counts, so it's just the length basically of one switch. I mean, I'm not too impressed about it. Too impressed with it rather. Behold the Power of a God, so you get that card from it. 25 timer counts before you can even get it, by the way. We already saw the Z ability. It's 5 stars, it'll go up to 19, but you will also get 20% to base critical. So bonus crit, yeah, fine, but still the tag God Key. You don't get a Saiyan tag, you don't get even like a Super Saiyan tag. You don't get anything relevant in this case. It's literally just a God Key. Realm of the Gods. The following effects activate when battle begins. So applies buff effect, nullify attribute downgrades up to 2 times. So the way that looks is you actually have a little icon at the bottom of your screen that has 2 on it. So if they're trying to hit you with any kind of debuffs, it ticks down, right? That's kind of cool because, you know, if people are trying to debuff you and make you take all kinds of damage, it gets removed, right? A lot of units have these debuffs at the beginning of the fight, so that's, I guess, kind of okay. Applies buff effect, nullify abnormal conditions up to 2 times itself. Again, same concept. And then 50% to own key recovery for 5 timer counts when key is 30 or lower after using an arts card. So you blow through all your cards and then you get 50% to own key recovery. So this kind of explains why his key is so low in terms of stats. 50% makes it way better. So it kind of averages that out. And then higher, now this is where he kind of finally gets something, right? So plus 30% to damage inflicted when it tags Saiyan other than this character is a battle member. So this is where the stats are going to come in balance out, right? So you have your green card giving you 20%, you have higher here that's giving you another 30%, and then he gets another 30% to strike damage inflicted and restores his own health by 30% when 2 allies are down. So you lose your second ally. Goku here is our last unit. He comes out, he's already doing 60% more damage to his strike here. 30% to all actually, but another 30% to strike because he is the last unit there. Plus he's got his green cards. Plus, you know, you can get his key recovery up if he's using all his cards. Yes, but does this beat Gogeta? Because this is ultimately what it's going to come down to, right? Is it worth bringing this unit over Gogeta? So Gogeta gets his buffs by using his cards, so he's just permanently doing a bunch of damage. He can get buffed by both Bardock and he can get buffed by Fury Broly. So kind of hard to say that yes, it's gonna be rare because he doesn't need to wait for people to be dead. Goku here does get 30% for playing with Saiyans, so I guess that is fine. It's as if he was getting buffs from those two units, I guess. But I mean, Broly gives the damage cut. Super Saiyan Bardock gives the crit. I still don't think that this is going to be good enough. Maybe if he had an anti-tag instead of this Realm of the Gods shenaniganry, like I don't know, Saiyans, literally anything, right? Because he's a god now. Anti-anything would have been great. This kind of makes it feel like, well, if you don't have any of the other units, then yeah, sure, use this unit. I think this is what it ultimately comes down to. So if you haven't gotten, the free-to-play unit, then, I mean, yeah, you can use this unit. If you don't have Gogeta, tough luck. He is, in my opinion, still the best red unit just because of his synergy with the team. I mean, if Gogeta had a Z ability that buffs Saiyans, he would probably be the best unit in the game, in my opinion, in terms of offensive power. Bringing that fusion, we'll see what happens with the fusion team later on. But for now, this is what it is. Here's the art, by the way, for Super Saiyan God Goku. Looks pretty damn good, not gonna lie. This looks great. But that's about it, guys. Make sure that you're hitting that subscribe button because there's going to be so much content being posted on this channel in the coming weeks. I may be just dropping bonus videos like this left and right, so make sure that you're subscribed, turn those notifications on. For your 2 questions in the giveaway, I'll ask you the first question will be, what did you pull off this banner? And actually, second question is, do you think that people should be going in on this banner, right? Because we have a bunch of units that are kind of lackluster. The Goku and the Vegeta, they buff their respective colors, so I mean, they don't fit on the Saiyan team because you're just gonna end up with a bunch of units not buffing Saiyans, and it's gonna be terrible. Do you think this is even worth rolling on? So drop that down in the comments for your entry to the giveaway. Without further ado, guys, we're gonna cut this right here. I will see you in the next one, which will be tomorrow night. I do work during the day tomorrow, so I will be dropping that tomorrow night, reviewing a whole bunch of good stuff. So I'll see you tomorrow, and yeah, enjoy the new content. See you.